after the commercial. Okay, I got you. Hey, Abby, loopsy oopsie.
My children,
It's been Dallas.
welcome.
Descend into the absurd.
I am here to proclaim that I've been saved again
John C.
from the attack of the
Mega.
crystalline
Dallas, Mitch,
stones that get into my bones,
Joanne,
then travel
Anita
into my
Flanagan,
kidney.
Vegas Trans Cindy.
Hello
Hey,
to you
Bunny.
all.
Mitch.
I am dry and
Serra,
comfortable
Alaska.
because I use silhouettes. They're called silhouette,
James
which
Gilly.
rhymes with wet, but no, it is the interpretation of a beautiful vision, a vision of
Maria
dryness.
G.
For my
Christy.
highness and my wee-wee, we are dry, all three.
Roy
Me,
Quitter.
my hiney, and
F-F.
my wee-wee.
So who?
The trio
JJ.
of creativity. Hello, everybody.
Bunny
Welcome
Morris.
to Cocktail Hour with
Bye,
Rick.
Joe.
I am Rick Serra.
Joe
I hope
Mel,
that
too.
you are having a good week, and it is
Carson
now.
Thorpe.
Thank God it's Friday,
Shaylee.
and I'm happy to announce
Carissa Jane,
that
Jeff R.
YouTube has monetized my
Charlie
ad.
Brown Food Time. Scott
Do you-
Bagley.
What ad? Are you kidding me? Where you've been hiding all week? Last night I did a free form
Round the Fur. Sarah.eve.
acted pseudo advertisement for this product, as I have post kidney stone urinary stent that is spasming my bladder worse than usual. Yeah. It really is upsetting when you go lay down. You think you're going to get to rest and sleep. And instead, 10 minutes later, you're going back to the bathroom to pee. So thankfully, yes, I'm rhyming the Darlene had these here for an emergency. This was the emergency. Lemon water. It sucks like a Dyson. Who are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
Your girlfriend? What?
Before we forget, Kendra Pinkerton.
Oh, Kendra Pinkerton's daughter had an odd accident and broke her ankle chasing after a cat on a stairwell. So she was here briefly, sends her regrets she had to leave. She wanted to hang out with us. Kendra's been a fan for a long time, but unfortunately she has stuff going on that she can't watch. And that's quite common. That's an understandable thing. You got life. This is something you do when you don't have to do other things. Or watch it on rerun.
Okay, now I can start.
That
looking.
way you can still keep up with the craziness that I've left week by week for the digital record.
James
Yes.
Gilly said, I saw the video and purchased a case. I now piss with freedom. Where and when I do it.
I could sit here right now and just take a whiz. But for the show and for your extra entertainment, I will
Ben Strider.
be stereotypical Rick Serra and will be going out of view periodically to take a wee-wee.
In the yard.
I
he's
am
already
going
done it.
to
Hey,
kill
SPJ.
a canna plant with all of my, what is it they put in there?
Anywhere.
Turns your pee orange purple. I think it's not, maybe it's iodine or something else. But then I also have this medicine. It's called butanine, and it's supposed to help calm your bladder so it doesn't do this. And then you think you have to pee. So,
But Turn Mountain 2.
Toad Mountain.
Stage 3 kidney disease.
What?
He's had many stents, so he knows what you're talking about.
I'm sorry that you have that kind of a problem. I have a
Jackie,
friend
I know.
who's living with issues with their kidney as well and have to constantly be checked because obviously you want.
Oh, and he's taken his own stent out.
Who is?
Tone Mountain, who we were just
No,
talking
you're not,
about.
Tone. You
He
do
has.
that?
He has done it.
Oh. What should I do? Should I do it on video?
Hey, Jimmy Rick.
You understand? Should I do it like maybe during a live stream and we'll have a close up and we'll watch my thing's only like that
Edward.
big. JT, thank you. You and Darlene will become rich as speaker for that diaper company.
I bet
you know,
every single woman over 60 has something
something
that
like
in their
this.
closet.
And here's a male over 60 who has a nice small
Hey,
ass
Dave.
like the ladies do. And I like the product. I did say
yes,
it
he does
was
Tone Mountain too.
Poise. Now, Poise, I was incorrect. They're a little pad you can stick on the inside of your
They have
pants.
big pads too.
And they have bigger pads, like you can wear, like this. Like a
Boys
pull up.
has bigger pads like men one I got you.
Oh, right, okay. Now, this is made by the Depend Company. The Depend Company.
Jimmy
Don't
Rick.
forget, if you want, and this is the time to think about it, you might have kidney stones or some other issue, you need really good incontinence products, see me. Our store, we carry it. All you got to do is go and look up Depends for Superstars, all one word, .com. It'll take you there and you will have much more choice. Peridium, thank you very much, Jackie. Yes, it stains everything.
Maria G. He had the multiple color package. So he had a purple, a pink, a blue, and I forget what the
Gray.
other one is. Gray.
So I wore the baby blue for the commercial. Thank you. Yes. I look good in light blue. Yes, I know. Yeah. No, I didn't really hold on to my penis. It was just the padding inside of the diaper in the front. Yeah, and I was just, pretending like I was
Sandy Gay.
grabbing
Poison.
a cod piece. I don't know if you know what these are,
Yeah,
but
Abby.
in costumes, it's something for a male to wear that makes them look like they are heavily endowed. It's a fake dick, yes. But it doesn't look like that. It's just padding inside. It isn't shaped specifically like a schlong. It just is supposed to look enough by the amount of increase of height. I have a double shot. You want to see right now? A double shot of my crotch? A double pad? Because I'm wearing a pad inside of the diaper I wore today, since it was still dry. And then she got me some male equivalent of the Poise tape on.
The only difference
Mine
is they
comes-
have a man on the package.
Yes, and the tape is more superior. I think it's Gorilla Glue tape brand, so it really sticks on there. And it's made to go right on your underwear, or you could put it on the inside of your jeans or shorts and go commando, because I don't think you poo yourself, right? Yeah, I don't poo myself, thank God. Not unless I have like diarrhea and some kind of a flu, but I don't usually poo myself. I can hold it. That's a double gusset. It's a double layered gusset. And Swanson Bronson Johnson gets the award for alertness in saying something funny after something was brought up. Thank you very much, SBJ. Very good. SBJ and I did get to have a jam before we headed south, and I'm hoping that you will be well, SBJ, and we can try it again during the month and a half, 2 months that we'll be home for the holidays. I see Rabe Reviews. Thank you very much. And Rabe, oh well, I'll go this way.
Here, you wanna read
I'm
that?
back. Yes. Dan has clearly stressed you out of the gray hair. Yeah, out to. Oh, yeah, he's stressed me out that I have gray hair. Yeah. The lighting is a little harsh. I have a lot of brown in my hair still. So, but
Yeah,
in
but
this
under
light,
this light, it does look
it looks
way
very,
grayer.
very gray.
Shaylee's always up to see
Have
Joe
you,
Pratt.
how have you been? Nothing but beautiful here in the New England countryside. Other than having a kidney stone Monday made itself be known with giving me a lot of pain. So I had pain pills from the last time. I don't use them if I don't need them, so I have them if I need them later. And old pills, they still last a couple of years to work somewhat.
You want to show him?
Oh,
He was
okay.
in today.
So I got a couple of my hydrocodones, 2 5s, with Tylenol, and took them before we went to the hospital.
Around the fur.
And it did help a lot by the time they kicked in. Then they gave me some morphine on top of that.
That's what helped you.
And that's
Joe got
good.
groomed today.
Bo, look up at everybody. You're so handsome.
Here, Bo.
So
Look at Bo.
handsome.
Look,
Oh,
good boy.
yeah. With my mommy. I always sit with my mommy. I come up and I walk across her, and then I spin around and I back in. Carson Thorpe, thank you. Your hair is, what does it say?
Pretty snazzy.
My hair is pretty snazzy. Here, look at that. Look
Hello,
at that. Look at those
everybody.
sexy legs there.
Oh, it's
And
not.
oh boy.
Get them off me. I just want you to show Bo.
I
Thank you,
know.
Abby,
I know.
Carson Thorpe, Joanne.
So thank you again, Carson. That was very
JJ.
nice.
Everybody, hello there.
Vega Trans Cindy, hello. And Alaska. Hello there. Abby. Afalad. They will be on Wikipedia later. Thank you, Afalad. Those scenes, like the reference to my panty commercial joke. I hope so. It wouldn't be bad to cross the pathway of real celebrities
Visually Victoria, hello
and
there.
actually have some minor role to play. Just a little shred of credibility.
K-Jack 248.
And while my mother is still living, so she can enjoy seeing me on either the big TV screen or the silver screen. Or
Thank you,
a
Alaska.
old smoker video porn scene. Yeah, that's the one you'd probably find me in. Uh-oh, I heard a boo. Ma, did you hear it? I think it was a backfiring car.
Yeah. Sounds pretty cool,
Carson, so listening to Nancy Sinatra as
These
you're
boots
watching
were made
the
for
show.
walking.
Wow. So, not Nancy, but a niece maybe, a great niece to Frank Sinatra, has a restaurant that's been operated for years in a place in Florida that is referred to as the assembly location for those with sensitive capabilities, the people who can sense the ghosts and read your fortune. Megadeth Gigantor, thank you. Your stones were probably Lord of the Rings fans as they shouted, "You shall not pass." Yes, I have a ring at the base of my penis. It's not a ring like from the Lord of the Rings. It's more like
No, Vegas Trans City. She will never hear that. No. I unsubscribed her.
unsubscribed her mom. She knows. I sent her a video directly to her email or texted it
Keep it up, Jimmy Rick.
when I did the ad for the poise.
Honey, they're not talking about that.
Okay, I'm
They're
sorry.
talking about num 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 num.
Oh no. Please never, never anybody, ever take that knowledge and hurt my mother even more than me with it. Please. Just laugh when you hear it
Robert
on
Ryan.
Dan Bell, the podcast. Because you know it's totally ludicrous. I would never do
Uncharted
anything.
Travel. Hello there, Brennan.
Brennan,
He says happy
Evangelista,
Friday,
happy Friday, buddy. So I put out a little quick ASMR from that one spot where we walked around and took some shots. And you talked about my camera angle. So I did it. It's like 3 minutes. So
Not a
Brennan,
problem.
to next week,
R.
he's got Alone 5 is hitting everybody, I think, at 5, did you say, Brendan? 5 p.m. on Uncharted Travel,
What's
at
happening?
Uncharted Travels,
What's happening?
his newest edition of the Alone series, where he goes out in the middle of nowhere and has to defend himself against coyotes and all other kind of crazy hazards. Won't be donating every week like old times, but I don't care, man. That's great, Rob. I thank you very much. But I appreciate every time anybody does. Okay, now let's see. Well, blah, 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 blah. I do, but did miss you. Glad
ADR
ADR
is
is
coming
coming, and just wish more Rick's erotica.
No,
Yes.
he's not reading.
No,
erotica
it can't do it
on
here. That kills the episode. I don't get any. It also doesn't even get seen. They like throttle how many people can actually watch your video when you're like not monetizable. They
Ain't no
slow it
limit.
down. So I try to keep this to be the family friendly, but not intended for children. Intended for adults of legal age. And if it offends anybody at any time, I apologize. Feel free to change the channel and maybe come back another time. I do go off. A few people here may know. Yes, NSFW equals the Rick Serra channel. Except for my ASMR videos.
Yeah, Carson Thorpe, it's my favorite thing in the world.
What's that?
Not.
Erotica?
Yeah.
Carson, when she was in the same space doing something for Dan as a project, she avoided the room where we were recording so she didn't have to hear. She would have probably gotten earplugs if necessary, just not
I
to.
had them.
Yep.
I actually went as far away as I could and sat
Yeah.
because I had to do the work.
I wish I knew the
episode.
episode to reference. Would you consider doing a Rick's Erotica Patreon? Well, yeah, that would be a possibility. If I ever did Patreon, then I would do things under that dome. Yes, I could see that. Could see that happening. So maybe that's another thing to consider when I sort of stopped thinking about Patreon a while ago. I noticed that when I watch people's video every 5 minutes, another commercial. Do you know that when I set monetization on my channel, my video selection time is before and after? I don't allow any during the whole video. If it's 45 seconds or if it's 28 minutes, I don't do that. So that certainly reduces how much ka-ching I could get for ads being,
Thanks, Craig.
put up there.
That's the one he's talking about.
So I don't care, girls. Yeah, well, the I don't care is a
Outdoors with
catchphrase
Jim. Hi, Rick.
that was used during a Hi there, Sarah. So it's you go to patreon.com/ this is Dan Bell. Then you'll see him on the list of all the creators, and you can then look at the terms for subscribing. And he has a $5 level, and then he has higher levels with premiums. But if you just want to give it a try, I would suggest just do a $5 level, try it for a month or two, and it's a lot of content in there. And then new content does get added, sometimes less than other times, but in generally it is fairly well stuffed.
Hey, Loopsy, Rick never knows what they're going to do because it's Dan's podcast and it's his subject. She wanted to know if you and Dan were going to listen to that I Don't Care Girls podcast.
Oh, that's what it is? That woman,
I don't know.
Michelle Arbor, has tried to, at the expense of her parents' money, become some kind of a celebrity. Either supposedly Nicole Arbor, I'm sorry, I knew the first name was wrong. That she thought she was hilarious, and when you listen to her, it's not so much. It's okay
Hey,
at
Scott
times,
Thomas.
but mostly not okay. But man, he is just so fickle. He really is. If he doesn't like your content on YouTube, he feels it's his duty
Hey, Scott Bagley.
and his pleasure to eviscerate you on one of the erotica. We just did it with Lamont on the Run. Now, I don't know who Lamont on the Run is, and I really don't wish him harm or ill or anything like that. But
Hey, Laws and Hounds.
he started it by thinking that he can take a screenshot of Dan's face along with his face, put together that as the thumbnail for a video, and then talk about Dan a little bit. And Dan is not a part of it at all. What is that called?
Hey, Joseph O'Donnell.
So that's what he did. He certainly has other channels too. Ben Strider tells us. Yeah, I understand he has one channel with 400,000 subscribers.
Hey, Outdoors, at least they found what's causing yours.
If he really
That's
does,
good.
I would.
Sorry you suffer.
Maria G thinks he's just stuck on himself. Yeah, it's called plagiarism. That's a good way to put it. Spin Dallas, thank you. And Dan could have done a copyright strike on him, and that guy would have been forced to take the video off. It still would have been given the strike, and he wouldn't have any views. It would just be frozen. Or they could just take it off on their own. Sorry about that. If they wish to. YouTube, they take direct action if they feel it's necessary. Yeah, Ben Strider,
He's in here.
he reminds me of the Peroni's
Yeah, that name.
commercial. And I'm seeing some other cute other references to this curved penis problem. He got fired from a Jack in the Box. Oh, I quit from a pizza shop.
Well, Robert Ryan, make sure you remind us so we can sing to you next week.
Is his birthday coming up?
25th.
25th. Okay, well, this is the 21st. I mean, you want us to do it now or we'll do it next week? Your choice. If you're already ready to celebrate your last revolution around the sun, you're almost there, just a few days, and then you'll be on the next trip around the sun. I'll be happy to sing to you now. Next week. All right. Good for you, Robert. Dan Waffles on. Yes. He should eat waffles instead.
No, he's eating healthy now. He's doing well.
I know. I mean, that's the problem. I can't even make a joke about what he eats. which would usually fit in 3 or 4 shopping bags. But no, he's now going to turn the pages back to a youthful man. I'm not eating any, I'm not even going to step any into the drain of the shower. The blue waffle stomping has been something brought up before. If anybody doesn't know what it is, it's
Look it
like...
up. No, don't you do it.
I am...
No.
Mother
No,
Nature,
no.
unfortunately, you didn't know. You're in the shower, your muscles are getting relaxed.
And drinking, Scott.
Plop on the floor of the shower is a turd. Oh, how mortified. I can't believe this. What am I going to do? Well, I would try to just reach out for some toilet tissue, wrap up the ball, pop it into the toilet, put the lid down. No, not that big of a deal. But some people, they think the better idea is to put it over the drain
Hey, Chad.
and push with their feet until they get the stuff to squeeze through. Like Play-Doh made with poopy. It isn't effective, and then what you have to do, get your hand wash cloth and wipe it and clean it. Ow! And wipe it. Get that blue waffle out of the drain.
It ain't blue.
Rap Rick. Busted a nut. A joke.
Don't forget newbies.
Are there newbies here? If you are, don't be afraid. I am totally harmless. I could be your best friend, and I am here to help.
He can drive you crazy.
Make you laugh and smile.
And drive you crazy.
And then this actually being here, just being here, allows you all to interact. And there's 92 of you in the room right now. And there's room
Very,
for
very
more.
girl.
So if you have other friends that you think they may like to check us out,
Hey, Shaylee, where's
send
Mr.
them my
D-Pants?
information. Send them
Hey,
a link
DJ
to my
Southpaw.
channel and tell them you should try this guy on Friday at 8 p.m. Thank you, DJ. Yeah, not something I wanted to be in, and my roommate is an older guy, about 78, and I thought he had some major breathing problem, but he just makes a lot of noise breathing. So it was like, oh God. And on
Hey,
top
hit
of
that
that,
like button, guys.
yeah, bang that like button. If you aren't subbed, click my subscription join. You have to step out actually to click the like if you're already in this chat. So while you're out, click subscribe and click the bell for all notifications. Because if you don't know, I'm a streaming creator.
Hey, Knob.
And
hi
if
there.
you would like to be able to catch what I'm doing, it could be something pretty cool.
Kristen S.
Could be anything from urbexing, paranormal, supernatural, UFO, or I could be
Well,
at a good place
Jim.
showing you a band that's
That
real
means
hot.
you're a newbie. Send us your name and mailing address.
So we are a point in YouTube that actually provides you with some service. We also are on other platforms here on the internet, whatever. Rick Serra Star, don't ask why, ricksarahstar.com is my website. Been created
Hey,
and
Phil
up for a couple
George.
of years. We do sell merchandise. We also have links to all of my social media platform. And it also has the last uploaded video. Also, you can watch it right from my website. So give it a look. There's been a long-term love of catchphrase. That was the first season. And I came up with this in response to bedspreads or duvets with holes from cigarettes. And I said we should bring back asbestos and put it in these so they don't burn. But just stopped at the 3 words.
What a combination, J-Tay.
Someone created a shirt, and it's the same
Thank you,
design
Sky.
is out there. Bring back asbestos, but none from my channel, none from Dan. All these copycats of the person who originally created it, who was a fan of Dan. So I've been working on this with a couple graphic artists, and we're trying to bring it to the finish line soon. Rick Serra channel will offer a Bring Back Asbestos t-shirt. It's different than what you've seen anybody else produce. I think it's a pretty well thought shirt and makes you think. No, but it is cool. You have something to say?
No.
Rabe again?
Yes.
Rabe, thank you again. I choose a perfect stream to resub. This is hilarious. Well, thank you, man. I try. There is definitely an effort here. We have equipment. We have approaches. We have repeating ceremonial activity. We have a Halloween party where you'll be able to pummel me with whipped cream pies. Asbestos certainly could lead to several diseases, including that one. What else
that's
do we
good,
do?
SBJ.
We have some funny merchandise, nothing too expensive.
SBJ said, Richard, Wi-Fi is on point tonight.
Wi-Fi is on point, I'm glad. I forgot to double check it was on this phone, but it must be. Right over here, hanging by a screw right there, you see a little white box with a couple antenna? Yeah, it's my repeater. So out here, I'm using the repeater to upload or boost the signal from the house Wi-Fi.
Hey, Squiddo.
Something we did at the suggestion of you guys. I did the same thing back to the house in Baltimore. And most of the time it's great, but it failed us a couple times in the basement, which I don't understand why it did that. So last week Dan was doing Dan Bell Saturday. Anybody watch? Apparently at some point in time, not too far into the show, he had his phone battery die. So he had to go back and charge. It was awesome last week. Good.
Speaking of charging, where's mine? Thank you.
So Danner Day. Now we're going to Danner Day. I love that one. Saturdan was Steve Seabode's idea. Dan Bell Saturday is what Dan wants. And Danner Day, I think Danner Day is the winner. Way to go. All right, so we got 90 in the room, 75 likes.
Mr. D Pants.
Mr. D Pants was hoping to pop on, and maybe with one of his boys. So, are you there?
No, I haven't seen him yet.
I saw
Hey, Olga.
the mother.
Yes.
Hey, Shaylee, where is the boys?
No,
Hey,
he
hey,
really
Olga.
doesn't, J-Tay.
JT, thank you. Do you know when the ADRs will premiere? No.
That's all Dan.
JT, let me tell you something. I talked to him about this, and I think he said the same thing. He's so focused on getting himself a
I
good
know, Loopsy, I miss him. Hey, thanks,
blocking of
Kristen.
his routine
Kristen. Sorry about that.
to not smoke, drink, to eat
That's a
healthy,
good one, Vegas
and to go to the
fans. Are you
gym and
new?
progress.
So is today Frick Day?
Is today what?
Frick Day?
I don't know.
Instead of Friday.
Oh,
you put
Frick
the
Day.
F, take the R off. God, you're slow sometimes, baby.
You know, that would be a very nice thing. But every day's Frick Day, or at
Hey
least Rick
guys,
Day.
don't forget, hit that like button, please.
We got 79. It's going up slowly. We're 91 in the room now. We're humming. We're at 36 minutes and counting. So the show's a 90-minute show. We do go over sometimes, but we rarely go less. Carson Thorpe again. Been looking forward to this all week. Been busy. Missed you guys. I'll miss the next 2 weeks too. I'll be out in partying. What is partying? Oregon? I'll be out in partying, whatever, somewhere. Love you and Darlene
Hey, Sarah,
and Bo.
2.0.
Thank you very much again. So,
Gary Baba Booey.
Gary is here. Welcome to the room, Gary. Good to have you with us. And Scott, what did you say?
Well, I'm glad there's an S on that, Shaylee.
Yeah, I understand that the government did some checks of the haul of some king crabs, and the count's down so bad they closed the fishery. Did you hear that? Oh, that wasn't caused by environmental problems. No. The more the world gets polluted and heated up, etc., the better it's going to be for having snow crabs. No, it's not. There's something called an ecosystem where life can flourish. It has to be in a complete system, interconnected. If parts are missing, it can't flourish, or possibly it will completely fall apart. And then you'll have a barren, dead bottom of the sea, and likewise happens on land. And I've done this appeal. Everybody has an opinion, I guess, but
Shaylee's son is on here.
he is now. Okay. Welcome from Knob from Down Under. That's who it is, Knob?
Yes.
Well, good, Knob. Thank you for joining us.
Troblonsky?
Yeah. That's a long one. It sounds to me almost Polish, maybe. Well, welcome to Knob Troblonsky joining the show. Rick froze.
I haven't seen it.
I just was sitting still. Who thought I froze?
I don't know.
Hit your
Good night, Anita. I'm glad you
Anita, gotta get off. Love and hugs.
Hey, Woodland.
And to your hubby. He's my spawn, Abby. The spawn. She has a nice little family. All boys. Daddy and her. That's
Hey,
a
Kristen,
lot
I have
of
your email.
manliness, man smell. So how's Anchorage up there, Alaska? Is there any leaves to enjoy, or are you already past that period? Greetings from Fresno. Hello, Eric Strand.
Good morning
We
from
are
the
having.
Netherlands.
Good morning from the Netherlands.
Else, E-L-S-E.
Else Cruels. Good morning to you from not Parkville, Seminole, Florida. And we're happy to have you here. I'm guessing that a couple of people just popped on. This is new to you. Well,
Dubs McDubs from Boise, Idaho.
we have a policy. Everybody who is with us for the first time, send us an email with your name and full mailing address,
here, Gary.
and we will send you a free gift. To thank you for joining us, to hope that you'll subscribe and you'll come back and enjoy the videos or the cocktail hour, whatever it is that touches your fancy. I try to do several different things. On my channel under Rick Serra, you look under playlists and you can see the way things are grouped together, and each playlist has a description so you know what you're going to be expecting in that particular playlist. And yes, we're still holding on to the warmer in comparison to up in Baltimore, Maryland.
Only 20 degrees difference.
But sometimes it's only a 10-degree difference during the day, and at night it's like 20 or more. And Cherry Berry Girl, is it cold and freezing up there yet, or do you still have some warmer days like here and there?
Then you must be in Florida, Kristen.
Christine S. We were only a little over an hour away from each other. Well, you know, I've had unsuccessful attempts at this, but people sometimes bring up, how about a meet and greet?
No.
I'd do a meet and greet, but I gotta have people come meet me. We even did it in 2019 at a bunch of Halloween venues.
God, you drove me around to so many of those things.
And unfortunately, we really didn't make a dent in the area. We didn't really get a whole bunch of new subscribers.
We had like all the places we went, a total of maybe 6 people.
Yeah, the best one. Yeah, well, you know, we did have a couple that we cared about a lot there from the other side of the Atlantic, but they were staying in the Orlando, Florida area. They drove all the way over to the Tampa area just to hang out with us for a few hours and hang out at our tent. We had a canopy with a big banner, Rick Serra banner, oh yeah, and we brought some t-shirts and we had some business cards and we had pens so that I would, you know, sign anything you wanted, including your body. But nope, it was a very good experience when we were at the Mothman Festival, but I didn't have so much of a draw all by myself. I need a big shadow like a Dan Bell.
Sean's in the Villages. Everybody's heard of the Villages.
Or a Brennan Evangelista, or a Jake Williams, those level people. Maybe I can get a little crumb here and there.
Okay. SBJ said we should do Rickfest and play a set of covers.
Yeah? Huh. Just keep you off camera, right? Yeah, JT, I see that. Thank you. You will, huh?
We're not going to be here.
November 8th to the 15th?
Well, we're going up north sometime around
Not
there.
between the 8th and the 15th.
Oh, okay.
I can show you on the calendar what day it is. And it's the week of Thanksgiving. It's when we're going
You know
up.
I have to buy a turkey and everything. Okay.
I guess so, you know. Who else is going to get it? Somebody going to give us a turkey? But I would be a reasonable thing. Maybe I could put that out.
Sean Davis.
and see if anybody wants to join. JT, myself, maybe we can pick a place that's a nice venue, bar, restaurant type of thing, and we could meet there. That way, it'd be kind of a neutral place to go. O'Fallon, Montana. Carson, thank you. Roomy. I do wear a CPAP. It makes a little noise.
Chicken's easy to cook.
So, you might not like that. It doesn't sound that bad. Oh, South Central PA. I was at UNL for grad school. The Nittany Lions. Ah, yes. A fan on here was working for them too.
Yeah, usually isn't that bad, James. I will make him move. There's a difference in the normal noise and then when air escapes.
It's usually
I have
the
to
mask.
Make him reposition.
That's it. The mask. If it slides off of your nose, it's a little
Thanks,
mask.
Gary.
It goes around your nose. You put it into it, and it has a strap and a headstock, very lightweight, that holds this little thing. And your hose is here, clips. It's got a swivel, and then the hose goes to the pump. It's pretty much it. 20 years I've been on that damn thing. But I'm told that if you have bad sleep apnea and you don't use one of these machines, you'll have an early death.
Well, I had an accident before I found out.
Yeah. But yours was the weight and all the things that weren't working because of when you had all the weight. So once you got all that off, everything reversed.
Yeah.
So she wore us. We used to have dueling CPAPs, but after a couple of years after she had her bypass surgery, she was no longer needing it.
Year.
So it's now. What? Come on. 8:51 Eastern Daylight Time. So I know that's a funny thing probably to some people around the globe, but let me just ask, does anybody in their nation, beside the United States of America, do you follow the idea of a daylight savings time from spring to the end of fall?
God, we don't need any distilled water. He doesn't use the water part.
And I don't hydrate.
Always try like a CVS. Sometimes grocery stores will have it too.
What did he say?
Who?
Just being honest, I drink smoke and I don't use CPAP. I really don't care.
He's saying he drinks and he smokes and he doesn't use his CPAP.
All right, Jimmy.
Heck, I was falling asleep at work, falling asleep
Yeah.
behind the wheel. And I didn't even realize I had it.
So the way that you die is slowly you get heart failure. And then your heart just gives out. So if you want to just have a slow decline till you're totally bedridden at the end, that's what you're going to get. However, CPAPs are uncomfortable, but they have come a long way from the first versions.
No, you hear the fountain in the background. It's not raining here.
No, it's just we have a water fountain that's
That's
trying to
Jimmy.
aerate the polluted water. This is an area that holds the water inside of a kind of a retaining pond.
Hey, potato cartel
And then
25.
slowly it releases just on the other side of my fence here and down into a drain culvert. So it's not raining here, no. It's totally clear. Gary, that's
The
good.
Italian girl.
I'd wish they would just leave it one way or the other. Just leave it alone. That way, when the days start to be longer, you see it happening. When the days start to be shorter, you see it happening. What happens is you hold this artificial hour, and then finally you find that you have this hour change, and it throws you off. It throws a lot of people off. It can be a trigger for some people who, because of the less of the sun incidents per day, they fall into seasonal affective disorder.
Yes, DNA, and hello there.
Real thing. They have been smaller ones found in them, young ones. I don't believe any real large alligator.
Dr. Leonard Hofstetter.
Hey, he's live. Good to have you, Dr. Leonard.
Hey,
Oh, he's so cute. So Bo was given a gift by my granddaughter, and it's this right here. It's a little elevated platform bed with a air and water permeable membrane type of thing on the top that's stretched out tight, and you could bounce on it a little. And there he is. He likes it. Gets into position, he can see what's going on. Wait a minute, somebody just said something. Now, I've got to go back for that.
hey, Albert.
Wasn't it originally for farmers? Yes, it was, Squiddo. It's pointless and stupid. I think so too. A corunda bed? Is that what you call it, Loopsy Oopsie? Corunda. That must have been what's wrong with me. I cannot handle winter without depression and anxiety every year. See? So if they just would let us go with the
Question
season.
for you.
Okay, is that this here?
Albert.
Yes.
Okay, so can you read it?
Yeah. In your expertise of chemicals, what is the best way to clean a bathroom after dyeing your hair? Uh-huh.
You have no clue.
I have to find out what is in the product. But you might find concentrated bleach and water will work. Thank you, Derek Hefner. Appreciate the love.
Sounds new.
So, but sometimes concentrated bleach solution, that's not 100%. It's like
Scott Ziegler.
maybe a 50-50 water bleach solution that's really strong, but you have a little bit of a dilution of the water so that the ions and the chlorine ions can do what they're going to do, which is hopefully oxidize whatever that is on your
That's
shower
Squiddo.
tub.
I'm terrible with
And
pronunciation.
what is the shower tub made of? Is it tile or is it a plastic resin?
If it's porcelain, you don't have a problem.
I think it's a lot less troublesome if it's porcelain. If it's plastic, you might have to add some friction. Like get a chore boy, get a box of them. They're good for cleaning
Yeah,
pipes.
that's what I always heard too, Scott.
And then you might be able to scrape some off slowly. So, hey, potato, cartol, are you off or are you here? There he is. Hello, Potato Kartoff. How is it going in your prefect?
Oh, likes have reached the 100 mark. Yay!
Yay, we killed it. We killed it. In 55 minutes, we've already surpassed it. Keep going, folks. We can go higher
The chore
and
boys,
higher.
I used to be able to find them in the grocery store. The last couple of times I had to order them through Amazon.
Now, of course, Chore Boys. Derek Hefter, is that another time? Thank you again if it is. I can't tell.
No, it's the same one.
Same one? Well,
But that's fine.
and
You can
remember,
play them 2 times.
if you've never seen this show, if you haven't, you just came on because you saw there was a live stream.
Liz, glad you made it.
We give away a free gift to every new viewer. We hope that you will subscribe. We hope you'll click the bell for all. But we also would offer you this little gift, a token of our
That must
thanks
have been great, Josh.
for you to join us.
Josh saw the Who last night.
Oh, well, yeah. So if you would write to
No,
us
SDJ.
with your full name and full mailing address, zip code, etc.,
He had his beers earlier.
to rick.adr@aol.com. Darlene is the person who takes care of this, and she will be sending you
No,
the gift.
Vegas.
Vegas is something I also can't talk about because I don't know. So at least we did get 4 new ADRs out. That was good. Grizz 107, I'm sorry you're late too. So, what is going on? What kind of surprise? More surprise mail? Okay, cool. All damns vids are best with Rick in them. Louise and Hounds, thank you so much. I've been getting some very loving, kind,
Bunny Carson.
and well wishes for my kidney stone problems. I thank you all. If I haven't thanked you in writing on the message on your comment,
Sean Davis.
I do it now. And well, my health overall is good. But when I grow a kidney stone and it gets trapped in the tube-like structure between the kidney and the bladder, it's called a ureter, primary ureter. And there's one also on the right kidney.
Oh, just remind me. You have to tell them about the Telsa Club ride.
What club ride?
Telsa.
Oh, Tesla. Okay, that's fine. I'll do that.
I hope you liked it, Sarah 2.0. Mr. D-Pants, hello
There he is. I saw the Who a few times back. They killed it. Got free passes through the company. All right, yeah. I worked and supplied the bass player his back
Hey,
line.
Don
Wow.
Cathcart, hello there.
Damn, that's pretty cool. All right, so what did you think of my silhouette videos, Sarah?
You liked it.
Did you like it? Thank you.
Okay, now let's talk about
Okay.
the Tesla ride.
All right, so the Sunday, wasn't it?
Yes, we were celebrating M's birthday.
My friend M, we went out with his wife, and we took an Uber down to an area called Madeira Beach. It's got several different bars, little shops, and there's right there on the Gulf of Mexico, a pretty beach. So we were just doing the bars. We went to see the football games and watched them at this one place. Then after that, we went where a band played a nice long set, a late afternoon, one set only, and they were great. So we also met other people that were friends of our folks that we know down here in Florida. M&G. And they're all great, fun-loving people. It was really a good time getting to hang out with different folks and enjoy their company. So as we're walking back to where we started, we were just going to take an Uber. But as it turned out, the one friend or his wife...
Let me say something first.
Yeah.
We Ubered down, 4 of us,
Yes.
in a
Prius.
And I didn't know that till after I ordered it. And everybody said, oh, we're not going to fit. We're not going to fit. Well, we did fit.
It was no problem. But...
So listen to this part. That's why I had to say that.
Yeah. So M&G's friends from, well, the gentleman, they didn't know the lady as well. It was a new wife. He had just gotten remarried.
No, they've been married for a while,
but they didn't have
M&G haven't
met
her.
them because they'd known each other more than a decade plus ago, and maybe in the last couple of years they had a pause. So we got to connect with each other. So we're back where we started, and they insist on it. We'll drive you home in their Tesla coupe. Now, I was shocked, but the 3 of us sitting in the back seat, it was comfortable, wasn't it? Right?
You didn't have anybody laying on you. It was 4 of us
Hon,
in the back
I
seat.
haven't gotten to that.
Oh, with
3 people, it was fairly comfortable, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was okay.
It wasn't like super cramped. Then our friend M, a man, not the biggest man in the world, but a very muscular, sinewy man. We call him the Florida man. Sometimes he's made appearances during this very program. And if you were around and lucky to have him appear in the background, you enjoyed a good laugh. Well,
yeah, we're in Florida, Scott.
He ended up coming in and crawling across the laps of his wife and my wife. I'm on the other side. And then he used my left knee to prop himself up with his arm. Over time, as we rode a little bit, he got more laid down prone and sort of...
So we had 6 people
inside of this little thing. Now, I know that some people probably know what it's like to ride in a Tesla, but I don't think most of us do. It's an electric-powered car. It doesn't have gasoline being burned. It's just totally an electric-powered vehicle. And guess what? This thing, you got to watch out because it's faster than hell. It's like a rocket. So they gave us a little taste of just like maybe for 20, 30 yards, they gave the pedal a little push. And here you go. You know, it's like that. It's like your G-forces are pulling you back. Yeah, that pickup is crazy. We all weren't ready for it. And I'd seen one. I'd gotten to ride in a Tesla this summer. Very impressive machine. You don't have a normal dashboard. It looks like an expanded version of a iPad, or it's a modified MacBook that's all touchscreen. I don't know which, it's in between maybe. And a pad board, it's called, JT. It controls the airflow for each of the 4 locations that it can ventilate. It does a map with also satellite imaging built in. They're a bit pretentious.
JoJo Dancer.
I don't know. Hey, JoJo. You made it live, yes.
This is your first one. You're a newbie.
If you're a newbie now, JoJo, you got to ask for a free gift by sending us an email and Darlene's going to pop it up for you, and we will send you a free gift. So, well, I've heard that, the costs for charging it a year are nowhere near the costs for buying gasoline for a comparable vehicle to get around. Maybe they have.
Romeo's lover, hello there.
Hey, Romeo's lover, and I also see Trey Baker.
Trey Baker.
Hello there. Welcome to the show. Falling asleep on a sofa, I could do that at any family gathering. Just give me a good amount of food and start talking about those old stories that we know about.
He would always fall asleep when we went up to visit my mom. Every single time.
It was a really nice nap. So turkey well,
I don't know, Loopsy.
I didn't need even to be eating turkey. I could be drinking espresso all night, and I'd still be falling asleep. Although, actually...
Good night, Knob. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you for joining this crazy adult world we have in virtual space. So, Mr. D-Pants, is it clear? I didn't want to do anything until I knew Knob was back off.
You didn't even realize.
When I knew he was on here, I stopped.
Oh, you mean you didn't smoke?
I would rather suggest myself as president. I would not have any biases. I would not have any special interest groups. I would just want the best for the majority and not just for the few. I'm Rick Serra, and I would appreciate your vote.
And I approve this message.
And I approve this message. A fan brought or mailed to Dan a Rick and Dan Bell in 2020, I think it was.
Yeah, it's old.
It's still on my refrigerator, hanging on a magnet. Yeah, Jimmy Rick, yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't know, he must be a good reader. Anybody understand that the Russians have actually courted the idea of taking Alaska back from us? We bought it in 1849, right?
Grizz says, Rick, 2024, let's all get hard again.
Well, there you go. That's something to look forward to. 1867. All right, thank you. What was 1849? Was that anything?
What was 1867?
That must have been the year we purchased Alaska. All right, history people. 1890. My knob is going out to play. Okay, going outside, you mean?
Well, if it's not inside, then it is
Because,
outside.
where we are. Oh, okay. They are in the light when we're in the dark, and when we're in the dark, they're in the light. They are on the other side of the world.
1849 was the California Gold Rush.
All right, well, that was something.
That's from Romeo's Lover in Spin Dallas.
Thank you.
Hey, is that BL? Hello there. Oh.
Dubs, big
My
dubs.
knob is waiting for the amusement park to open. Oh, I hope you have fun, DNA.
Dina was in the video from Another Odd Place, the episode called The Devil's Tree. So, DNA, thank you for being in the room, everybody. Say hello to our Dina. That is actually her name, our Dina. But people have trouble saying the whole name, so she tries to give people a break. Very nice. I think you deserve to actually have your name all the way. Love you too. And Wesley. How's Wesley doing down there? They live on the east coast of Florida. And if you follow my channel, maybe if you will start to do that, under the Another Odd Place series, which is my paranormal, supernatural, ghost hunting, etc. investigation series, she reached out and had me come to a location called Devil's Tree. It was actually inside of a local park, uh, Oak Forest Hammock or something like that park. If you want to find out more about it after the show is over, look at my playlist, Another Odd Place. There's quite a few video you can watch. A couple of them even have something on video. And I would bring to your attention where I was at the Garden Inn with Dan Bell and with, oh shoot, I'm losing his name, Dylan. And we had done a Dirty Room Live, and then we turned it on to Rick doing a paranormal investigation, and they worked with me. Yeah, I have on film something that was trying to manifest, or it was a very large concentration of orbs. And it wasn't dust, there wasn't any source for anything like that. This was very interesting. And you'd love to do it again with me? Oh, well, some other kind of location, maybe in the area. I would be happy to have you guys come along if you wanted to. We could talk about that if I get something. One thing I wanted to do, and I've talked about this for a while, and here I am in Florida, but I've wanted to go over to that,
Brother Manny.
I forget what the name of the place is called now. But it's where people who can tell the future are sensitives, or maybe they're Wiccan, witches, I don't know what. But they are at this one area that's north of Orlando, and it's known for having spiritualists and mediums and sensitives and such. Anybody know the town I'm talking about that's down here? I went to go there one time and it just didn't work out schedule-wise. So that's not too far, Ardina. So I'll try to look at the name.
Rosetown, Florida?
No. Thank you for trying. No, it's got a Casadega. Casadega, that's what it is. Thank you, Kristen, or Christine. I think it's spelled a little differently, but Casadega is the place I'm talking about.
No, I can't spell. I can't
And
pronounce.
what I wanted to do was hope I could get someone to allow me to videotape a seance that I would go to.
Oh, no.
And then I would review the footage and see if anything was discovered.
No.
Investigate the grounds. A couple of the gardens were supposedly active with supernatural energy, and not like haunted, like supernatural, like fairies and things like this.
What is that thing on the ground? Ah, right there.
It's a little moth.
Okay. Just leave it be. I'm not even scared of it.
I'm not trying to. I got him off here. There. He's gone now. I directed him to the exit. So we had a very nice Friday here. We've been going on for 75 minutes. We got a little more to go. And so Casadega.
No, it was not a roach. I would have trumped that thing.
I mean, if it has any kind of service, I would consider also doing some live out in Casadega while I was there.
It must have been cool, Josh.
And then maybe I could download the live and go through
Hey,
it
Gary, non
carefully and see if I have any hidden messages in the background. I'm working on another Odd Place episode right now.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Gary Baba Billy.
Yes, Gary?
I can get you into the Riddle House in the Yesteryear Village in Royal Palm Beach. That's where the first episode of Ghost Adventures was made.
I remember the name of the riddle. It's a hotel? That would be... I'm speechless. To be able to get into a place that the largest people in media...
For some reason, I don't
Yeah,
think that Robert Ryan...
I mean, that would be superb. Rick.adr at AOL.com. Let's correspond. And the old home used to be a funeral parlor. Isn't that what I just read? A funeral home, yep. Wow.
Okay, let me find it and see if I can send it to you. I know I have it. Okay, love you.
Is Shay Lee celebrating a birthday? I'm getting a report that 45th birthday is being described. Shay Lee, are you holding back? I hate all roaches. I love bugs and spiders, but not cockroaches. Yeah, well, I don't like them either. They're gross. And they can carry disease that could cause asthma in children. Yes, roaches are not harmless. The bed bug is less harmful than a cockroach. When it comes down to it, really, a bed bug can only hurt a few people who are sensitive to the chemicals in its mouth. So, Shay Lee, is it your birthday? I think it is, Shay Lee. All right, Shay Lee. I love you, honey. Why are you not wanting a little attention? You deserve it as much as anybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shay Lee. Happy birthday to you. And many, many more.
Happy birthday, Shaylee.
Only 45 years young.
Her dad's birthday is tomorrow.
And happy birthday to your dad. And Dubs McDubs is a nice young 42. I'm a relatively young 63. My wife still rocking the 60s at 69. I don't know why I make all that kind of a facial tick and everything over the number 69. I'm lame, I know. Well, that was funny when I was growing up. You guys are so tired of hearing it. It's like, all right, Rick,
Okay,
69.
It's not Shaylee's birthday.
It's not.
It's her dad's birthday that it's talking about.
I don't think so. I think it's Shaylee's birthday.
That's right, K1-ish.
Apparently somebody dropped the word and she then flipped them the bird. I watched this in messages.
It's a bird.
So somebody got their bird flipped at them, but they let me know
What's his name, Shaylee?
it was her birthday. So what is the name of your dad? your daddy.
Give her a chance to write it. Jimmy. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Hey, Joey, up. Yeah, so does Rick. He. Shaylee's was in late August.
Oh. So really, Shaylee already had her birthday?
I believe so. Oh, why am
Well,
I not flying?
Somebody said, Jimmy Rick, that it was her birthday, and she said he's dead. I didn't even
Well,
know
that's great, Spin Dallas. Come on up.
it was anything to talk about. So
Come on.
just choke on your childish pranks. So I've had a iPad that I dropped in a swimming pool. I don't know if you remember or knew of it at all.
Oh, you need to sing to Josh was here. His birthday was in September and we missed it.
Well, then we'll correct that.
Yeah.
Okay. So is Josh here now?
Yes, he is.
Is his name Josh?
Josh was here.
No, but is he still here?
Yes, he is here.
I'm fucking with him because his name is was instead of is.
Oh, God.
He sits on a throne of dicks.
Fred. And Shaylene's
Ow!
father is Fred.
All right. So, Fred, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Fred. Happy birthday to you. All right, that's the one. And now to somebody who was here. And we have to... What the hell? Okay. No. Dubs.
Mr. D Pants really likes Freddie.
All right. Josh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Josh. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, did Soul come in? Yay!
Hello, Soul. Welcome to the party. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And a happy birthday to Josh. We had a couple of birthday songs today. And Soul is just came in. I'm assuming just got off of work. And we're going to party like it's 1999.
69.
1969.
No, it's 1999. You were correct.
2022, actually. For anybody who needs to be reoriented to person, place, and time. I'm Rick Serra. We are in Seminole, Florida, and you're watching Cocktail Hour with Rick on the @Rick Serra channel. So you guys, did you hear that idea that YouTube had?
Can we not
Their
talk
idea is, I'm talking about stuff. I am the king.
Oh gosh, I wasn't cocked.
You were half cocked.
I
Ow!
wasn't even half.
You were not even a third cocked. All right, so every channel on YouTube now will be known as @ and then whatever you used to have. No choice. They're just going to put an @ in front of you. I don't know. Maybe some people who really are disgusted with having to have their channel change, maybe they'll be able to impress some reversal and not
What
have to
difference
deal
does
that.
it make? Why are you Well, who's
because
bitching about that?
the whole thing is it's a new handle thing, and I was going to try something else as a handle because you could have multiple handles. But then I asked them, could I have a .com at the end of my handle? They told me I could. I tried to put that in. It didn't work. I don't know what YouTube is. I really don't. It
Hey, Marie Adamson.
it isn't the best run enterprise I've ever come upon. If you do better when your creator does better, if you keep more moolah when we get the moolah, whether it's from advertisement or whether it's from super chatters, people like you decide to just donate directly, and I'd rather it be from multiple views and getting money from the advertiser. See, that's what I want. That's why I'm not pulling out large amounts of money. I don't got any interest in that. If I did a little short video like some other people do, eventually I'll have a pretty good thing going on. But I just don't follow through on that side. So I have to just be real. And but I just think the whole fill in the blank was a waste of time. And when you ask a question and you ask it for, it's deliberately going to what the support of YouTube's supposed to be the people who know. And they don't know. I ask a direct question, they don't answer, and then after that, I ask a second time, they answer and say in the affirmative that I could do .com at the end, because I was just going to use my website as my identifier for the channel. And hopefully people would just roll with it. It would be good, and it would show you the channel, but also show you my website. You can barely even see I have a website if you look at my page now. Barely imperceptible little teeny link. If you click that, you'll find my website. Because I'd be honest, you're Jerry Falwell's kid. Ding his dog, Woody. No. This isn't church. And I wouldn't be using connecting with people on a spiritual level as a way to have a livelihood. Instead, I worked in public health, protecting people like you today in different parts of your life, whether you were living at home, whether you were working at some manufacturing facility or other job, or if you were in a hospital or a school. I touched all such different environment during my career. And the whole time was trying to protect whoever worked, lived, was cared for, went to school in. It was always the bottom line. It was a great blessing to me because I felt like, isn't it great to have a job where you can do something for someone else? That's your job. I felt like, volunteers, they do it because they just want to. I'm getting paid for it too. I'm actually getting it better. Volunteers are so much more dedicated than I would have been comparing myself just from a job. Oh well, I'm going off on a tangent now.
Yes, you are, so stop.
It's almost 90 minutes anyway.
Yes.
Robert Ryan, next time we'll sing to you a happy birthday song. The zoo members that will go with Shay Lee, and they're going to the amusement park or something like that. Carson saying, "Please stay on."
We have something to do, babe.
I know. Have you heard anything from?
I'm trying to keep up with you, so no.
All right. All right, I'll stay on for just a couple of minutes solo, and you don't have to continue. You can go do whatever you want.
I don't trust you.
I won't do anything bad. I'm
Nope.
serious. So I've been back to thinking about something that I talked about as a proposal to people, and I still have to get the knowledge and apply it, and the learning curve to use the knowledge. But would you go for shows such as one where people suggest a band and maybe a piece of their music? I play it. People are able to discuss it in a chat room situation, and others can also contribute. And the technology part that I don't know would be where I could allow that person who is suggesting that next piece of music joining me on video.
I bet she could, Mr. D Pants.
So I would probably want you to either have a stand that you could use to hold your phone still so that I can keep a nice screen of you.
9:34.
And
Captain J.
let that be rotated. Let people be able to go to that queue
Capital
and
J. I read
take
that wrong.
turns
Sorry about
with that. And see how long would be a time frame we'd want to go and do it. So, well, it seems like I got quite a few
Yes,
positive
Andy, it
yeses
is.
on that. One person who isn't here, I haven't seen him, who would love that, I know, is
Hey,
Steve
Kevin.
Steve Seabold. He and I were pretty big music heads.
Of course she is, Mr. D
And
Pants.
there's some other people here that I know like some of the same kinds of musics that I have come to like. I will be finishing over here, and then I'll show it to you when it's complete. I'm decorating for Halloween in the front yard. I've got some cute little candy corn lights to trim around the whole thing. And I don't know, I may have to get a spotlight or something
Why?
so you can see the front of the faces of the scarecrow. Now I have some friends who have a place that's so cool, very crazily decorated. Do you have that in your neighborhoods?
Having coffee.
You know, I love people who really have a good time with the different holidays. And
Did you read this?
no, I'm sorry. A little tip, and yeah, that would be a cool idea.
No music.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if I wasn't here, you would have missed that.
Well, thank you for all the positive responses on the.
So Mr. D Pants missed what you said.
Mr. Dubs, thank you so much. What the gist of it is that I was going to do a show where people can suggest what they want me to play, and I'm in the progressive rock genre in my mind, but I'm not trying to be exclusive. But I wouldn't want pop rock and top 40 rock and things that are just overwhelmingly just culture pop stuff. I'd want, yeah, like prog, fusion, something like art rock, whatever. Well, I mean, it would be harder to play original music, and if you had it that you could share it, I don't know how you would do it in this layout that I'm going to have. I'd allow Opeth. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I will play it. Yeah. I don't care. I just don't monetize. Let that artist take all their money, and I just hope they don't say that they don't want the stream to even play. But even so, the people who are going to enjoy that show are the people who attended. You know what I mean? Liquid tension experiment, very cool. And then also the other crazy bass player, Claypool, with his delirium thing.
Does it feel cold?
Yes, your hand is chill.
Yes.
And
Yes, we're still supposed to be going.
over there tonight?
Yes.
Good, okay. I'm smuggling some budgies. I don't know what she means by that. Yeah, Les Claypool. And Lennon's son. And a kick-ass drummer. And maybe another guitarist or keyboardist. But even just as a 3, I've seen that. Clay Aiken. Yeah, Les is amazing. It's like it's just in his head. He doesn't even need to look at sheet music. It's like his fingers respond to the brain, and he already knows the notes in his brain. Oh, Spin Dallas? Yeah, I know Les Johnson. And I knew one guy, a Les Johnson. He had an addictomy performed. Yep.
Okay, hon, it's time to say goodnight. I need to get a pair of gloves.
All right, well, we're getting chilly now. See my breath. So I guess we're going to pack it up. Our friends who live near here have invited us over for a cocktail or two. So
And fire pit.
I just have to change my diaper and then I'm ready to go.
Okay, thanks, Gary.
So actually, I have not had to pee the entire time during the show. I have not peed myself,
Because you're not really thinking about
and
it.
nor did I have to get up and pee in the yard like I thought. So I think that's a miracle. Thank you, Jesus. In the name of Jesus,
Yeah,
amen.
it's 65 here.
I've been asking for some help, seriously, praying for some help, because this stuff isn't any fun. I don't wish painful kidney stones on anyone. But I do wish you a happy rest of your evening and a fun weekend. Be happy, love one another.
Hey, Gary, don't expect
Look
to
for
hear from him
the
for a
best
couple days.
instead of expecting the worst. Expect the best instead. Okay? There's my last words for tonight.
Good night, guys. It was great being with you.
Thank you, Darlene, for helping. Appreciate your work.
Get that off me.
And we bid you adieu. I love you all. Peace.